Yeah. And just so you know, we are live. So let's see here as we're getting prepared. All right, let me see here. Give people a chance to tune in real quick. All right, let me get up here to these brackets. All right.
This light keeps following me, man. I'm trying to get out of it. I keep moving positions.
Is the sun setting in an unusual east to west?
Yeah, it's it's not typically coming. I haven't done the podcast from this room in a while, so
Yeah.
It's been a while now. I guess the earth shifted and the sun's setting in a different area. I don't know what's going on.
Hey, Andreas, what's going on, brother? He goes, what is this? Surprise Sunday cast. Yeah, man. Thanks for always tuning in, Andy. Truly appreciate you, man. Yeah, so wanted to be able to keep everybody up to date with what's going on with the Keepers of the Peace National Softball Championships and Flag Football Championships. So, yeah, man. So he said, all right, well, we'll just do a quick rundown on the tournament information. Thursday, we're still going to have another show. It's just going to end up being, it's just going to be more geared towards our regular police softball podcast, as opposed to this one, who's going to concentrate on the Keepers of the Peace and a few other items we have going on. So that's it, man. Andreas, thank you so much. Joe and Audrey, I have a pretty good idea that Andy's going to be rooting for Deanna and another pay raise at some point during this thing, even on a Sunday. It's a special day, Sunday, giving thanks. And so I know Andy's going to give thanks to Deanna. Let's see.
What's the temperature like right now in San Antonio?
Good question.
Hot and humid.
Yeah,
I don't know how hot, but it's hot and humid.
It is. Let's see here. That's a good question because we know New York's not going through that right now. I got, let's see here. It is 91, but it feels like 97.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little hotter than it is here. It's about mid-80s, but it's humid still. But it's decent temperature. I didn't know if it was still, pool weather that you guys had down there.
Yeah, it is. It's and it's still nice and sunny too. I haven't been out, worked on my tan, but it is sunny. It was sunny today. We got Paul O. Chavez Jr. Hey, Paul. I appreciate you. I love that freaking, your, what do you call that thing? Your identifier, your picture, the flag.
Mm-hmm.
Man, especially during these times, man. Big shout out to all of our troops and everybody still holding it down over there. And Paul got a little something that I think you're going to like here in just a little bit. All right. Stu is what I'm guessing. So let's see here. Oh, it's a different kind of name. I'm pretty sure that's him.
Stud on Big Gun.
It could be Stud on Big Gun.
All right. Who is Stud on Big Gun? I think it's Stu. Got to be Stu.
Stu Don Biggin. Stu Don Biggin.
Sunday Fun Day. What up? Let's see here. I got Stu. I got something. I was going to send you a message and ran into some issues in the last few days, but want to see if you'll be able to join us for this next Thursday's podcast to be able to highlight, that shirt. I'm extremely happy that you sent that to me, and more importantly, I believe in the message. And it's something that has been sticking out. And for Joe, if you don't know, Stu's a big proponent when it comes to mental health, and especially for our brothers and sisters in blue and first responders. So, I got a badass shirt. It's so badass, I don't even want to show it yet. I want to wait till Thursday. So if that is Stu, which I think it is, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you very much. And let's see here. Jay goes, it's terrible. You're talking about the weather?
Oh, the weather.
Because it's 109 every day.
we were on our way back from Des Moines. We played ball this weekend in Des Moines, and we were on our way back, and Shane was playing the last podcast in the video, and we got a few good laughs out of Jay there at the end of that video.
Oh yeah.
Every time I watch it, it's funny and funnier and funnier. That guy, like I said, he was on one that day, man. He was hyped.
Rolling.
He was hyped.
It's if all else fails, even in St. Louis, like it did, we're keeping our spirits up because of the camaraderie, trying to give our best and keep as positive an attitude as we can. And then, man, I think he was saving it all up to the very end, and then he went to town.
You're saying all failed in St. Louis. You guys had the highest scoring game at any game.
No way.
The entire weekend, 37-30.
No way.
37-30. You guys scored 67 runs in a game.
You don't tell everyone that's all the score. That's all the runs we scored the whole tournament. So yeah, it was the most in one game, but that's all we scored the whole tournament. Damn it, we could have spread them out a little bit. It'd been better.
Yeah, that was you guys in Louisville Metro, man. That was an unbelievable game. It felt like it took about 3.5 hours.
It was a tough one. And that was our only real, we were like, yeah. And then shoot, man, that was a tough one. It is, Stu. Look at that. Hey, Stu, I appreciate you commenting though on YouTube for me, man. Thank you very much for that. I do appreciate it. It is Stu. He said, Stu nailed it. And he goes, is this better, Trini? Yeah, man, I got you. Yeah, man. Again, thank you very much for that shirt. And I'm extremely happy. I'm hoping you'll be able to join us on Thursday for the police softball podcast and bring some awareness to that mental health. Really would appreciate that. All right. Well, I think we got 6:08. I think, it's a Sunday. People are still settling down for the work day on Monday. So, yeah, if you're good, Joe, Audrey, if y'all are good, I think we're going to go ahead and get the show on the road. Good with that?
Good.
Oh, hold on. Joe's trying to escape the light.
I'm trying to get right in the right spot here. I'm sorry, man.
Oh, you're good, man. You're good. All right, let's see. I'm just happy you're here, dude. And let's see here. I got all right, is this episode 34? Is that what we're on?
34. Yep.
All right, yeah. All right, well, let's do it. All right. Special edition, Keepers of the Peace, National Softball and Flag Football Championships. We are getting the show on the road. Yes, Deanna, let's do it. All right, we're sitting here on August 22nd. It is Sunday, 6:10 p.m. Kind of crazy to be doing this on a Sunday, but I'm happy to be able to have my co-host, Mr. Joe Monahan, joining us. He's not working, so he's at home, and that always excites me. He's relaxed, and that's what the purpose we do this police softball podcast is, to be able to have a therapy, be able to have some fun with this, and to be able to keep that camaraderie going, whether it's off season or in between tournaments. So that's the purpose of this podcast. We're on episode 34. It's a special edition. It's our Keepers of the Peace National Softball and Flag Football Championships edition. So just a quick rundown on who I am. I am Trini Trinidad. I am Audrey's husband, which you're going to be meeting here in just a minute. I was in the United States Air Force, and especially during these times, I'm very proud, of course, of my service at all times, but I give a big shout out to everybody that's holding it down overseas, and of course at the home front to make that happen for those dudes overseas and gals. I'm a retired law enforcement officer, a 2-time cancer survivor, a franchise business owner, and a nonprofit founder of an organization called Shields for Kids. And that's an organization of officers who are out, who provide for kids in the community that are in need. We put emphasis on doing this on our own dime and on our own time. And so it's a wonderful organization. You're going to find that out when it comes to Waxahachie, if you guys showing up for the tournament. So I'm excited about being able to benefit Shields for Kids again this year. When it comes to law enforcement softball, I am the coach of the San Antonio Law men's competitive softball team. I've won a couple of national titles. I'm the Chevy Wright Sportsman of the Year, Pat Hill Inspiration Award winner, the Texas Police Softball and Police Softball Hall of Fame member. I'm a starting second baseman for the Louisville Sluggers, and 2019 OPOC Award winner, which is the Outstanding Police Officer of the Community. And I do truly cherish all of those accolades, you know, and like I've said before, when you receive any type of recognition from your peers, I think that's just really special, especially when you're a first responder, because you know they don't hand those types of accolades out very easily, and so I'm very proud of those things. I've got my co-host with me. I'm going to introduce him now, bring him on. We've got Mr. Joe Monahan. What's going on, brother?
What's up, bud?
All right, man. Let's do this. Joe is the coach of the Missouri Lawmen. He is my friend, more importantly. He is the Show Me Classic Tournament Director, which we just finished up as another successful tournament, outstanding competition with, of course, outstanding host. It was a wonderful tournament. If you didn't catch it, we did a recap on the last episode, and it's very entertaining. One of our most entertaining podcasts or videos. So he is the coach of the Louisville Slugger Masters Division team, and he is the East Conference Manager of the Year. So, Joe, we are here today to be able to talk about this Keepers of the Peace tournament. We got Dan Mcintyre joining us. What's going on, Dan? How you doing, brother? He says, good seeing you Saturday, Joe and company.
Good seeing you too, Dan. Hopefully you guys made it back safe and in one piece after celebrating Saturday night.
Yeah, well, I'm excited to be able to talk about that. So we'll talk about that here shortly. One thing I want to do is make sure you guys know what we're going to be talking about is the Greet, Eat, and Drink event that we're going to have there in Waxahachie, September the 9th. We're going to be talking about host hotel information. We're going to be talking to our sponsor, our premium sponsor, our premier sponsor for our tournament, and that is Biotech's, the beautiful Audrey. We've got the prize packages that we're going to be discussing. I'm going to have to move this over. Yeah, we got our prize packages that we're going to be discussing for the tournament, and then that's about it. So it's going to be a shorter show than normal, but a lot of entertainment and great news. So we got. Hey, man, so we got Tommy Eldridge from Connecticut Lawman in the house. What's going on, brother?
What's up, Tommy? Hope you're staying safe up there with the storms and everything.
Yep. And on that note, that's one thing we were going to talk about is you know, if you guys wouldn't mind, you can, you know, keep these guys over in the, Northeast with this Hurricane Henry. I've got a lot of the New York areas being hit by a storm, from what I understand today. You know, we got our New York teams out there, our Connecticut Lawmen, our Suffolk County guys. I mean, there's a ton of teams that are up there. They're supposed to be getting 3 to 6 inches of rain, damaging winds. You know, they're expecting power outages. So there's a lot going on in that area today. And we keep those guys in our thoughts and our prayers and everybody out there. I mean, they're keeping the community safe. And of course, we hope that there are, you know, no casualties that come from that. So. Yeah, Tommy, and you know, next Thursday, Tommy, we're going to be talking about something special. It has to do with you and your family, and but we'll be bringing that up on Thursday. So, let's see here. We've got all right, host hotel. Well, let's go first with the Greet, Eat, and Drink event that we're going to have, Joe. This event is going to be taking place on Thursday, September the 9th. Now, this is separate from our players' party. I mean, it is a players' party to a degree, but we're going to meet each other. We're going to eat. We're going to be providing food for you guys, and they will have drink specials throughout the night. So it's a great opportunity to meet with everybody, network. And I'll tell you what's cool about that is that, you know, you're able to call somebody up when you go to a town like, hey, man, you know, you're in Chicago. Hey, what is the game in town? You know, what's the best place to go eat? You know, or when it comes work related, hey, man, I need some help working on a certain something, and connect me with somebody who might be able to give me a hand. So it's a neat network to be involved with. And when you get to this Greet, Eat, and Drink celebration, you're able to do that. One of the ways that we're going to hype this thing up. So this is going to take place at Beef O'Brady's. This is over in Waxahachie. And everybody did, Joe, compliment the food last year. I mean, it's I don't know, to call it a taco bar, but that doesn't really give it, serve it justice. I mean, everybody said it was good food. There's a couple of pictures from the event. And if you didn't get to see the video, you need to check it out from our last podcast, man. It was a lot of fun.
No, it was really, really good food and a really good time. Everyone enjoyed it, and it was a great location, I thought. I don't know if you guys saw I think the preview that we did of Beef O'Brady's last year. They're very pro law enforcement. They have things hanging on the wall that show that, and it's a good atmosphere.
And that's what's important, Joe, because we're not only having our national softball championships, but we're also having our national flag football championships. This is the first year we're doing it. So these guys, I don't know how many times that they have players parties and things of that sort. From what I understand, not very often. So it's going to be, I think, different for a lot of these teams that are coming in. And, to have an environment where you're comfortable in. I mean, the whole town is freaking, pro first responders. And so, like you said, you go into Beef O'Brady's, you'll see things framed, you'll see pictures. I mean, you definitely know you can relax and that they got your back.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's a great time there. Let's see here. Yeah, Dan Potter, what's going on, brother? Hey, Dan says, stay safe, my East Coast friends. A couple of teams had to back out, Joe, and Dan's team, unfortunately, was one of them. And here's the cool part is, sometimes we have conversations when it comes to the message board about, things like this. The cool part is that, the two teams that have had to back out to this point, both are, you never question where they're coming from. It's like really uncontrollable where it comes from, whatever they're doing with. Is that me?
No, that's my dog running circles around my house right now. Sorry.
But we all understand the dog situation, so don't sweat that. I was just wondering, I was like, damn, it's just me and you on here, I think. It's not a train coming through or anything. I don't know. I didn't know you lived near a train track.
He just ran an entire circle around the house. I'm sorry, man.
Hey, what I want to talk about, what I wanted to say with Dan is that, it's just badass, dude. You never have to worry. You, Terry Dugan, these guys, class acts, don't worry about where they're coming from when that has to happen, Paul says, I'm leaving DC to Boston tomorrow. Hope the weather calms down. We hope so too, Paul. Do think about you more times than you realize, because I do see your posts, but also that truck. It's badass, man. I need to show you my shoes if you haven't seen them yet. They match your truck perfectly. But yeah, so Beef O'Brady's. One thing that we're going to do to make this even a better time is we're going to be giving door prizes away. So when you show up, it's going to be pretty neat because you don't have to pay anything to enter. You're just showing up, and you're gonna, we're gonna have a little something that we're gonna ask you to do. But hey, it's not a requirement. You will be helping me out, but
it's not the open mic karaoke, is it?
Well, you just should be happy there's not a bull there. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You might be in trouble next year at the St. Louis Show Me Classic. That's all I know. We are going to have those, see how I'm helping you out, see how I'm keeping it moving. So we're going to have some giveaways there, man. So you're going to have a good time, and I think you're going to be happy with that. Now, as far as host hotels, y'all can.
Hey, let me go take care of this dog real quick. Sorry, man. I gotta throw him in a cage or something.
Yeah, and just for all those dog lovers out there, when he says take care of him, he's just saying relocate him. All right.
I got to put him in his crate for a minute. He's going crazy. Hold on one second. Sorry.
All right. Oh, I got a request from Paul to say, send me a pic of those shoes. Yeah, I think we got a little time. I think I might be able to make something happen right here, Paul, for you. Hey, so as far as host hotel information is concerned, so we've sold out these hotels, but we were able to secure, I think, 6 more rooms at the Fairfield. Now, the Fairfield and the Hampton Inn, they're like, I think, less than 5 minutes from the field. And they're newer hotels, so they're nice. And man, what a great rate. $85 a night. What you need to do is call Jamie, and that's the number there on the screen. If you call her, you can secure those 6 rooms that are still there. Let's see here. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see here. I'm getting the big, I know Joe's back. Deanna, I know you're giving me and that's it. That's what she's giving me. We're getting pretty good at this. It's kind of like charades. So she's saying thank you, honey. There's 6 rooms left at the Fairfield, and that's it. So the Fairfield and the Hampton are right next to each other, and that's where most of the teams are staying. But don't fear. If you have not been able to do that at the Fairfield, you can get a hold of the Hampton Inn. They have 11 double queens left with 5 kings, but you've got to call in. The link doesn't work that's on the message board. So you got to call into this number. It's $89 a night. It's right next to the Fairfield. And it was cool last year because the Great Lakes, which won the championship, and by the way, they are the returning champions in softball. They were hanging out in the parking lot, and it was really cool to come out of the Fairfield and see them right there in the parking lot. We had some good times. That's where we met the Waxahachie pumpkin, and we'll show that probably Thursday, Deanna. Waxahachie pumpkin. All right, so the link won't work for the Hampton, so you got to be able to call this number. After September the 1st, if they're unclaimed, they'll go back to the general inventory, but I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about the courtyard at Midlothian. Now, that's not too far away. I think it's like maybe 15 minutes away. And we have a block of rooms that are in the works. Now, these rooms, they're working it out for us, but they did a special for us for $95 a night. They wanted it to be over $100, like $109 or something like that. But first responders, they heard what we were doing. They dropped it down to $95 a night. So that's 3 hotels there that we worked out for you guys, and I think it's a great deal. Make sure you get a hold. What we'll do is we'll post on the message board, and we'll come back on and talk about the courtyard of Midlothian. Okay, is that it? I think that's it for the host hotel information. All right, so we'll have those details coming up soon when it comes to the courtyard. All right, here's my part that I'm excited about. So we're going to be talking about our premier sponsor for the Keepers of the Peace National Softball and Flag Football Championships. And one thing that I love is that, you can't do it without your community participating with these tournaments. I mean, Joe, you put on the St. Louis Show Me Classic. I put on the Keepers of the Peace tournament. We can't do it without our community stepping up and being able to help us out. So I want to be able to take this opportunity to be able to introduce our premier sponsor of our tournament. And I'm going to bring her on board right now. Well, hold on. If you don't know who she is, this is Audrey Trinidad. She is the CEO of Biotech's Crime Scene Cleaning. She is our Keepers of the Peace tournament. Look at that. Stay away, boys. She's taken. She's our Keepers of the Peace tournament premier sponsor. She's a certified biorecovery master technician. She's a OSHA HAZWOPER certified instructor. She is a member of our Shields for Kids board. And like I said before, man, she doesn't have to do what she's doing, but she's doing it because she wants to make it a wonderful event for us. And so I'd like to take this opportunity to be able to introduce my beautiful wife, Audrey Trinidad. What's going on?
Hi, Pretty.
Hi, Audrey.
Hi, Joe. How are you guys?
Good.
All right. Well, hey, first and foremost, I want to thank you very much because everybody knows, or people that know you're a very strong woman. And if you decided, hell with that, I'm not doing this or whatever, you could do it, but you do it every year openly when it comes to providing for these guys. So I appreciate that.
Absolutely. That goes without question. It's a no-brainer for me. So I'm happy to do it.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. Hey, what's going on there? Softball by Fat. I respect his name, but we all know who it is. He's got one of the best batting cages around. I want to be able to show some pictures of that in an upcoming episode. All right, Audrey. Well, I'll tell you what. So one of the things I want you to do is take this opportunity to explain to people what you do.
Well, my name's Audrey Trinidad, and I own a company called Biotech's Crime and Trauma Scene Cleaning. And we provide a service for people sometimes in the most critical times in their lives. We provide crime scene cleaning. It's not just crime scene cleaning. It really is anytime a tragedy has occurred. It can be suicides. Unfortunately, we help with an awful lot of suicides, unattended deaths, COVID cleanup, hoarding situations, removal of needles, or simply gross filth. Whenever there's a situation that's hard on a family, they'll call us and we're able to provide that for our service, for our community.
Well, I'll tell you what's extremely valuable when it comes to what it is that we provide when it comes to biotechs, and you in particular, is these people have no one else to turn to in some of these most critical times in their lives. And so when they find you, you get so many hugs. You've had cards, you've had gifts, you've had people request that you take a personal item from
Mhm.
the people that you've helped. And I mean, I'll tell you, being able to provide for people like this has to be, I know it is, extremely rewarding.
It absolutely is. And I had no idea and I'm grateful really that you saw the need and you were willing to spend the time to build the business so that we can service our community. But I had no idea that it was going to be as rewarding as it is, because when you leave a home and a mother or a wife doesn't have to go into the room where her brother took his own life, or the father was shot in some way, they are so thankful that we were there for them. And sometimes initially when they hear what I do, they kind of cringe or think, why do you do that? Or something like that. And it really isn't the case. And you don't know that sometimes until you're in need of our service. And then you understand how valuable it is. And
Well,
so it is
I'm gonna,
very, very rewarding.
I'm gonna tell you real quickly, for you guys that are watching, for the 18 people we have live right now, but also for the people who are going to tune in later, I am very sincere when I say how extremely proud I am of my service to my country, ultimately as a policeman to my community, and now through our business. This is so important because it's not an advertisement piece. We are in Houston, Austin, Dallas, Fort Worth, and of course San Antonio. Doesn't do me any good in Michigan to promote this, right? We're not gonna gain anything by promoting this in Michigan or Connecticut, anywhere else. It's because you need to know that there is a tool that you can put in your tool belt to help our community, our citizens. That's the reason for doing this. And my wife cares about that by being able to share what she does. Again, not for the betterment of our business. We're not, it's not about any money. We won't see a penny from Michigan or anywhere else right now. But it is important, if you've never heard of a service like crime and trauma scene cleaning, to know that there are companies out there that exist, because one of the most difficult things I had to do was to leave a scene of a father whose son had committed suicide. And he asked me, "Where are you going? What are you doing? You expect me to go and clean up after my son?" And I had no answers for him. And that's one of the worst things I experienced as a policeman, was not having an answer for this family. And so, anyway, that was a part of why we created this business, and ultimately the satisfaction that we get from providing this service. So, sorry, honey, but I had to get in there.
Yeah, no, I get it completely.
All right, so let's see here. Hey, 7-Man Productions in the house. That's what I'm talking about. Again, for those video services, man, this guy's badass. You got to check him out. 7-Man Productions. He just got back from Hawaii and did some drone footage, and he can do things outside of a local. So if you need something and you need it over the internet for a business or to highlight something like that, he can work with you. And we got Carrie. What's going on, Carrie? Hey, I'll tell you what. I'm very happy you guys are joining us on Sunday, man. What a special feeling. All right, so Audrey, let's get into what you're going to be doing. So you are our premier sponsor.
Yeah.
And we're going to be talking about what you're going to do when it comes to helping out us at this tournament. So one of the things that you're going to do is you're going to provide some, what happened last year is that we ended up having some adult beverages at the tournament. And all I know is Audrey was like, when somebody came up to us, like, "Man, hey, are y'all going to have any more of this?" And we're like, "What are you talking about? We have this amount," right? And they're like, "Dude, it's gone." We're like, "What the hell, man?" It went so quickly. Joe, you provide drinks, waters and Gatorades and all kinds of energy drinks and all, and I'm sure it goes like that. And so at this tournament, it went pretty quickly. So anyway, Audrey, I'm going to let you go ahead and explain what you're going to do for the tournament this day.
Well, I did learn last year that you guys don't really know that it still can be kind of hot in Texas. So you can put them away pretty quickly. And I do not want to see that happen again, where you don't get what you want. So last year we had to dip into the following day's stash.
Supply.
Yes, I'm not going to let that happen again. So what I'm doing is I'm going to make sure that there's plenty on the first day. So do we have that amount?
Yes, she's going to be providing 4 kegs on day 1 and 4 kegs on day 2.
Yes.
And one thing that I thought was really special.
I doubled it.
Look at Joe. And I don't know if y'all know this or not, but that's pretty good. I think that they know that. But one thing I thought was really cool. One thing I thought was really cool is that, you know, she's going to be providing these really cool cups that y'all are going to be able to provide your adult beverages or pour your adult beverages in. And ultimately, you know, keep those cups if you get the opportunity, please, because there's only a limited amount, and they're sturdy, they're cool. Throw them in your bag, rinse them out. Y'all are nasty anyway. And so, you know, you can keep those cups and reuse them the next day. So that's one thing. And I think that it's awesome, really cool, because Audrey said, you know what, I want to make sure that everybody's safe. And so, Audrey, what did you come up with?
Well, having a good time is really important to me, but safety is even more important because your wives are depending on us to take care of you. So enjoying yourself, but drinking responsibly. So if you find that you had such a great time that you need, or it would be best if you come and let me know, and I will make sure that you get home. I'll get an Uber for you. I'll arrange a ride, but I'll make sure that you get back to your hotel safely.
Well, that's the cool thing. That's the cool thing too, is it's going to be like just like that, man. You let us know, hey, man, all my guys wanted to head back. They're boring. They're party poopers. I wanted to sit here. I wanted to have a good time with everybody. Help me out, Audrey. Throw me a bone. We're going to have rides set up to be able to get you back to your hotel, wherever you need to go. So, hey, I think that's really cool, Audrey. Badass.
I want it to be fun for them. And even if it's the first day, I kind of thought last year, it's like, they're going to take it easy on the first day because they got to come back the second day. Nope. Nope. They had a good time. I want to have a good time again.
You didn't consult with me, because the round robin, a lot of times it's like, hey, man, let's do what we need to do. Have some fun. We're getting out of here early, which is going to be cool because Joe's going to talk about the brackets here in just a little bit and be able to let you know how that's all going to work out. But we're trying to get you out of there early. And I think Joe's been able to help me work this out. Thank you, Joe, for that. Yep. We're going to try to get the flag football guys out of there early and the softball guys out of there early so that the first night they get an opportunity to go, hopefully shower and use soap, but then also be able to go out to the restaurants, you know, and enjoy family time and enjoy the camaraderie. That's what you're there for. And so we have the players party on Thursday night. Friday, we're going to get you out early. And ultimately Saturday, that's our day to get down and dirty. So that's badass. So 4 kegs each day, and get your cups provided. And ultimately you get an opportunity to get a ride home if you need it. Now, Joe, this is really cool. First, I want to make sure that we recognize, let's see here. Carrie says, are y'all coming back to Waxahachie? Absolutely we are. We're going to be there. Super excited to be able to have my family there. In fact, I think we're getting there on Wednesday. And then, you know, we're there Thursday for the players party. And then, you know, I think we head out on Sunday. So let's see here. Andreas. Hey, all right. Yeah, there's Andy again. So Andy, thank you very much again. Oh my God, look at what Stu said. 3 kegs gone in an hour. I think the grounds crew might have called their friends and like, hey, dude, come here. They got which they're deserving. They were really good. Yeah, we got Wax saying sweet. He's gonna have new hand signals after these 4 kegs. Wax is gonna be freaking creating some new hand signals. So. Look at TJ says Wax loves that. All right, let's see here. We got Softball by Fat says I might go just to drink those adult beverages. I'd love to have you back down, brother. We got Giselle. Hey, what's going on? You like that last name, Audrey?
Oh, yeah. Hi, baby.
Trinidad in the house. And here we go. That's always going to happen with Andreas. And let's see. Wax says Terry still owes one. Yep, he does. All right, let's see here. So, let's see. All right, so what do we have? All right, so this is something really, really special. All right, so everybody knows that we're going to have a limited edition Keepers of the Peace bat provided tournament, right? And these bats are going to be, provided to us by Elite Sports USA. And so we got Los and we got Ryan Vega. And these guys are, man, they've really stepped up, and I'm so happy they were able to honor us with this, bat. I mean, this is really special, and so I'm excited to be able to highlight these bats. These are Onyx bats, and these are going to be provided at each field. But we do have. Oh, and by the way, they're going to be for sale, but in limited quantities. So make sure that when you get there, you get to the trailer first. They're going to have shirts and gloves, and they have all kinds of stuff every year. It's a big setup. So make sure you go and you get your order in, or at least buy those bats as quickly as possible. And I'll tell you why. Got a little something special, Joe. Check this out. So these bats, really cool. Well, our premier sponsor is going to be doing something special again. And so I'm going to let Audrey be able to explain exactly what she's going to do. So, Audrey?
Well, after you had the reveal of those bats last episode, I think it was last episode, I really, really liked them. I think they look great. And I came to my husband and I said, honey, I think it's really special that so many teams, these guys work hard and they spend the money to fly down here. They get permission from their better half to get over here. They come to support you. And I think it would be really cool to do something really special for them. And he's like, well, what are you thinking? And I said, well, what do you think if I sponsor a bat for every team that comes, whether they win or not, it doesn't matter. I'm thinking I want to sponsor a bat for every team.
Now, you think about this. That's a $200 bat. And Biotex, a.k.a. Audrey, a.k.a. Hottie, a.k.a. mine, is going to be providing a bat for each team. But here's what's going to be so cool is we're going to bring a representative or a coach. I'm hoping the coach from each team. Hey, Moses, thank you for joining us, brother. Moses Tovar in the house.
Wax is going to be.
Hey, listen, look what he says. Y'all look better with Audrey on the podcast.
I agree.
No argument there. Hey, Wax says, wow. It is wow, man. It's so special, dude. I'm telling you. So check this out. The way we're going to do this, and after I got Audrey's permission, here's how we're going to do this. At the opening ceremonies, which I think is extremely important, I will not have an event that we don't present the colors of our great nation, our great country. And so we're going to have our opening ceremonies there. At some point, we're going to ask the coach or representative from the team to come out. You're going to have a hat, and you're going to put your team members' names in there. And when y'all line up, we're going to introduce y'all's team, and ultimately, y'all draw. And the reason we're going to do that is because a lot of times at tournaments, you have an MVP, you have a gold glove, which we're going to announce here in just a second, on the prize packages. But some guys who might be role players, they might be guys who are always there, but they're probably never going to win one of those types of awards. Audrey was like, we want to make it something where everybody has a chance. Everybody feels like, like they're a part. And so now, here we go, Joe. What do you think, man? Being able to draw out of the hat, you come up, and it's just Audrey goes by, she picks the name out, and somebody's going to win a Keepers of the Peace limited edition Onyx.
I think Audrey just made a lot of friends in the police softball world. Eight kegs and a bat for every team. That's like coming off the top rope in a wrestling match right there with the elbow drop for the win.
Oh my God. Can you imagine if we had Shane joining us right now? He would have just added to that one, because that was a great one right there, Joe. It is true. You could have tagged Shane right now, and Shane would have had a great addition to that one right there. No, I think that is super cool, man. I think it's neat because you think about this. So it's an entry fee of $525, but instantly you got a $200 return on your investment, if nothing else. with a bat. And I think that's cool, man, because as coaches, you know, you want to make it special for your guys, you know, and hey, man, it's up to you. You want to include the wives and the kids and everything else. There's nothing wrong with that. You do what you want to do with it. Ultimately, though, it's a pick of the hat, and it's going to be at the opening ceremony. So, Audrey, I think that's awesome. Thank you so much for that. I think that's going to be a very special part of the opening ceremonies, and ultimately will be something that will be remembered.
Awesome. Well, I'm happy to do it. And like Joe said, I will make new friends, but I already have so many friends from across the nation. I absolutely love this circuit. And I look forward to any time, whether it's your tournament, Joe, anytime there's a tournament, I get to see these guys and their wives and their kids. I'm going to be there. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys are too.
Oh, yeah. And it's so special, Audrey. I really can't tell you enough how special it is, because you and I, obviously, you know, we've been married a while and we share the same household. And I know you don't have to do this. So, although sometimes I feel like choking you, I still know that you truly do believe in what we're doing here for that camaraderie. And I know you love me, and I know that what we're doing here is something special. So thank you very much for that.
Very welcome.
All right.
See you
Biotech
guys in September.
house. And I'm excited. Thank you very much, honey.
Thanks, Audrey.
Go make me another drink, woman. All right. See how I took her off before she looked. See how I took her off before she had a chance to say anything? Y'all know. Y'all know. Hey, all right. So, hey, I'll tell you what. Awesome announcement. Carrie says, let me know if you need an umpire again. I would love to help y'all out. Dude, would love to be able to have you, man. Man, that would be awesome. We'll get with you, because I would love to have that happen. So thank you very much for that, man. I appreciate it. Great umpire, man, by the way. Very consistent too. I mean, that's all I ask from umpires is consistency. You know, it doesn't matter if you're, you know, one of those guys that's like, hey, you're going to hit, or, you know, I got a smaller strike zone, whatever it is, man. If you're just consistent, we know what we're, you know, what we can adjust to you. That's what I expect. You know, that's what I hope for in an umpire. So badass, Carrie. Thank you for that, man. Check this out, Joe. Dan Potter, which, by the way, I want to, before I get to this, because this is special. Before I get to this, I want to let those flag football teams know out there. We're going to highlight them here in just a second, but I want you to know, man, we just put this thing together. We don't have as many teams, but I know we're going to grow this thing, and I'm really excited about it. And what you see in the softball side is going to translate to the flag football side. It's going to be something very special, and I'm really excited to be able to make this first year happen. I still think we're doing a really good job with the help of Sal, and we'll be talking about that here in just a second with SE Designs. But, you know, it's going to be something special. I'm really excited about that. So check this out, Joe. Dan says Code 3 Softball will donate an additional keg of beer for both days.
Very nice.
He says he'll get a hold of Audrey. I'll tell you what.
We're up to 10 kegs right now, man.
The key to this tournament is going to be keeping your guys away from those kegs. That's going to be the key. What happens if Great Lakes falls? What happens if Great Lakes falls to like the Honeycomb Church League that joined up and is like, you better keep your team away from these kegs. That's all I know. It's going to be interesting to be able to see how that goes, but I can't wait. I mean, that's really cool. Yeah, that's badass. That's awesome, man. Thank you so much, man. I truly do appreciate that. Great guys, man. All right, let's see what happens here. Softball by Fat. Wash hands, wash hands, wash hands. That's a great deal. I appreciate that, brother, man. Let's see. Jay says, hope Wax is not allowed to pick. Joe, do you remember at your on the recap on your tournament video?
He picked the I-80, I believe, to win a bat.
Jay made a point. Jay made a point to say we had like 95% of the tickets in there. And
Wax pulled.
Well, actually, it was Wax holding the hat, and there was a dude from, what was it? Was it I-80?
No, it was Angel Armor.
Angel Armor. That's who it was. Look at Jay. Jay says, Audrey for SA Law Coach for 2022.
That's not a bad idea there, Trini. I mean,
Stu says Audrey not only knocked it out of the park, but a walk-off. It's true, man. That's cool. You want your way to these guys' hearts? It's a keg or food. I take a keg though. Tommy says, thank you very much, Audrey, and all you do for the tournament. And Joel says, Trini, you and I married up, bro. That is true, man. Scott says, we will be fine. I know, Wax. I know. I know. All right. So that's badass, man. All right. So we're going to go over the prize packages now. All right. So when it comes to the tournament, I want to be able to try to make it as entertaining as possible. And I want to be able to try to give as much as I can to people when it comes to the prize packages. So we're still working out some details, but as far as first place when it comes to the softball tournament, so we're going to have a trophy for first place. We're going to have some 30-ounce tumblers. So, Deanna, I think we got it right. Yeah. So if you can see those tumblers, now those are an example of what the designer came up with, but it's going to be different. So what we're going to do is last year we had them for sale. We had some general kind of ones for sale. This year, we're just giving them away for prizes. So we'll have champions, we'll have runner-ups, and they'll say Keepers of the Peace National Softball Champions, have the teams on there, and then we'll have the Keepers of the Peace National Flag Football Champions. So yeah, that's, these still a work in progress, but, we'll have those 30-ounce tumblers for first place and champion shirts for first place. Along with, let's see here, I think we have a tournament MVP, Deanna, correct? We have our tournament MVP for first place. And I'm going to look down at my notes. Let's see. All right. So this is Paul, where I was coming from. So Paulo Chavez has a connection with Rockwell Watches. If you haven't visited them, they come up with some really neat creative designs with watches. And these guys have been generous with working with us when it comes to our organization, Shields for Kids. And on this particular tournament, what we're going to do is we're going to allow the MVP of the tournament, softball side, to be able to pick. Now, they're going to be able to pick a choice of a bat or to be able to have this Rockwell watch. Pretty cool, subdued gray watch. Got our flag there. Pretty neat design. And they're going to be able to take their choice of the bat or the watch. And when it comes to second place, the runner-up team, they're going to take what the first place team MVP did not pick. So that's going to be our MVP prize. And then when it comes to the defensive MVP, which is better known as a Gold Glove, I want to be able to thank this dude coming up. So this is Dan Mcintyre of Dynamac. So we'll check out the picture of Dan. Now, one of the things you're going to want to do is you're going to want to be able to support this dude, right? He is he's the owner of Dynamac. He goes out to Joe's tournament, goes to our tournament, brings his trailer down. This year, he won't be able to make our tournament. He had some things come up, but ultimately, he's always out supporting. So Dan with Dynamac, he is providing the Gold Glove winner. But again, you can support this guy. Look what he does, man. Thin blue line gloves. He did it for the Show Me Classic, and he's also doing it for our Keepers of the Peace tournament. So this glove I have in my hand, check this out. Not just one, two Gold Glove winners. So this is going to be for the championship team and also for the runner-up. We got 2 gloves, custom, badass. And I want to thank Dan for that. Now, the reason I brought that up is the dude does a wonderful job when it comes to our community service. So like what I just showed you right now, I think that was the, what was it? The champions. What was it called, Deanna? Do you remember? I know what it was. It was, let's see here. There we go. I'm trying to think of what that was. Oh, there we go. Coffee for Champions. Coffee for Champions. So Dan raised $7,100. I don't remember his city's name. I think it's Woodridge, if I'm not mistaken. Woodridge, I think is what it is.
I believe that's it.
Yeah, and they're still waiting for the state total to come through. But just in his, I don't know if it's town, municipality, but in the area he works, $7,100 he raised for Special Olympics. If you don't know this guy, he's a great soul. I mean, yeah, I'm really happy to have met him, and I met him actually at your tournament, Joe. What a great thing to be able to, to experience with going to other people's tournaments. So, Dan, he's like a Sasquatch. If you see this dude and he has no shirt on, you swear that you're watching, you're seeing a Sasquatch just appear. But dude he doesn't care about anything other than his what he does for people. And that's what he does for Joe's tournament, my tournament, ultimately, when it comes to Special Olympics. Special place in my heart with that dude. So he provided those gloves. So that's what the defensive MVP or gold gloves going to get for the championship team and the runner-up team. Let's see here. We've got so for second place, we've got the trophy, 20-ounce tumblers. So it's going to mimic the championship tumblers, but it's going to be 20 ounce instead of 30 ounce. Runner-up shirts, and again, that tournament MVP, which is going to be what's left of the bat or the watch, and then the gold glove, thanks to Dan. So do we have where to order from Dan, Deanna? Did he send that to us yet? Okay, so then Thursday, we're going to get Dan's info so that you can order these gloves. I want to say they're $190. That's what I want to say. And but you can customize it. So we'll make that. We'll get that information for the next episode. I apologize, Dan. Tried to get it from you guys, but weren't able to in time. But we will highlight that next week. Anyway, it's a pretty good prize package. We got third place that we've got. That's going to be. Let's see. I think third place is going to be announced. I think we're going to announce that. And then we have We Tried Our Best bracket, which is a drop down bracket. And on that
Trini,
one,
that's not the name that's not how you want to name a bracket, man. You don't want to have the We Tried Our Best bracket. Come on, man.
What do I do? Let's see. Well, what do you think? The biotechs.
Yeah, the biotechs drop down bracket. That sounds good.
But didn't they try their best?
Everyone at the
Didn't it not work out?
Maybe not for the first bracket, but the second bracket, the drop down bracket, they could turn some heads, string together a few good wins.
Joe.
You had
Wax. Are you interested in some sort of a co-host position, Wax?
In St. Louis, you guys were in the drop down bracket, and you had the highest scoring game of the entire tournament, 37-30 over Louisville. You guys were back and forth, 70 runs in a game. That's some pretty good effort, I'd say, there.
Look what Tony says. Look what Anthony says. 2 and no Q bracket. There you go. See, I think we tried our best, or the 2 and no Q bracket. I like the 2 and no Q bracket. I like that, Anthony. Thank you very much for that. We'll see what happens. I just think that we're going to be able to play with this. We're going to have some fun with it, because I know that in your tournament, if we would have won that bracket, we'd be happy with whatever the hell you called it. We would just be happy. I mean, it was a rough tournament.
It basically gives teams that have a rough first day, gives you a new start, and and like in St. Louis, if you'd have told me that it was going to be Missouri, San Antonio, Angel Armour, and these other teams in the drop down bracket, I told you you're smoking crack, if you'd have told me that beforehand. But
yeah.
You never know who's going to end up in that bracket.
Well, I like Wax's idea. The beer bracket.
That's every bracket for Wax. And
oh, look, Dan says it, and he knows the more Wax drinks, the better hitter he becomes. In that championship game at last year's tournament, that dude was on freaking fire. And I'm excited because, Joe, people don't know that we call the game. We call it live. We have the internet, thanks to Moses, AT&T, FirstNet. They're able to provide that, that internet service for us to be able to, call the games. And so people that are coming in from all over the country are able to be able to watch their loved ones or, significant others play that game. And that was super cool. And I'm excited about that. Yep. We are going to have Shane, right?
Yeah, that was a good time. He'll be there.
All right. Awesome, man. Jay says, is there any golf before the tournament? Got 3 weeks, Jay. I can work something out. Let me see what I can do. Deanna, let me see what I can do. Andy says, bringing my lime green Biotex cup. That's what I'm talking about. He saved it from last year.
Still in his bag.
Yeah. So we're going to do that drop down bracket, Joe. We tried our best bracket, and we're going to still announce what we're going to do good for these guys. But you know what? I mean, it is going to be neat to be able to have something for this drop down bracket for these guys that, maybe didn't start out the best, but ultimately ended strong. And that's what I'm excited about,
Yep.
Oh, Stu. Stu says home run derby. So we were talking about that, Stu. And we were talking about we're 3 weeks out, I think. And we didn't schedule it in, Joe, to our bracket. Maybe we'll do. I like the home run derby. It takes extra manpower. It's difficult. It's a little bit challenging. At the same time, I personally enjoy the home run derby. What do you guys think? Home run derby? Is it something that when you go to a tournament, it's something you'll miss if they don't have it? Or are you good with just letting it go?
For me personally, I enjoy competing in them. I don't, I suck sometimes, and sometimes I do decent. But they're fun to compete in. You get to hang out with the guys from the other teams for a little while and get some swings in, and they're fun. Now there's several tournaments that don't have them, and it is what it is. We're everyone's there ultimately to play ball, to play the tournament, and that's just an added bonus if there is a home run derby.
Tell you what, Joe. Audrey, she's still here. You ready, Audrey? Here we go. Get ready. You're coming back on. Audrey, we talked about this. Because Stu is asking, I'm going to make it happen. What to give? I don't know yet, but we'll make it happen. Joe, can you work in an hour on one of the fields for the home run derby?
Yeah, we should be able to get that done.
All right. Here's how we'll make this happen. Stu, because of you. Look at him. Dude, this guy, we're in line with each other. Here's the reason I'm going to make this happen, Joe. I'm going to make this happen for two reasons. One, Stu's asking. Two, Joe needs redemption. So what I'm going to do, Stu, because you witnessed it personally, is I'm going to give Joe an opportunity to finally beat me in a home run derby. What do you think, Joe?
I really appreciate the opportunity. That means a lot. No, yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be a good time.
That's nice of you, Joe. That's nice of you. He won the home run derby, by the way, at my tournament when he came down to Texas. Joe won it. And I know that I'm going to take advantage of this opportunity while I have it, because I'm pretty sure Joe's been hitting lights out. And I'm pretty sure that my reign at the home run derby's over when it comes to me and Joe. But never really was a competition, Joe. I care about you as a person. And home runs doesn't matter. Status doesn't matter to me.
Yeah,
our friendship matters.
Sure. Yeah, I get it, man. That's not how you were acting in Reno when you kicked my ass in the home run derby.
Well, Stu, there you go. Because I care about you like I do, we're going to make that home run derby happen. And because of you and Joe needs redemption, that's how we're going to make this happen. So, all right, Moses, I'll take more. It'll take more than an hour. It will. But hopefully everybody will appreciate the fact that we're trying to stay on a schedule, and we'll make it happen. Hopefully everybody get in. Maybe Joe will have some kind of expedited home run derby where there's not as many swings, and it's really like the best of the best in a short amount of time.
Yeah, we'll get it done one way or the other. And we're not going to be using all the fields. They all won't be in use. So there will be a couple open fields that maybe we can where they won't have to, they won't have to get the field ready for us, put bases out or anything like that. So we'll be able to maybe they'll let us use one of the fields for a home run derby.
All right. Yep. That'll be good. So I think that's going to be great. Well, let's see. We got Mark Jackson saying, happy Sunday, fellas. Caught me off guard. So playing catch up. About time you got Audrey in front of in front of us in the podcast and not just showing off her golf skills. She is good. She did a really good job in Vegas.
I had fun.
And I love her in the golf clothes. I love her in those golf clothes. Let's see here. Dan says, I agree with Moses. You'll need closer to an hour and a half to 2 hours. I do understand that. We'll see how it goes. This is just, we made it happen tonight. So if worse comes to worse, Dan we'll just expedite it kind of deal. Maybe fewer pitches or something like that, you know. But for the spirit of the things and ultimately to raise money for Shields for Kids, maybe we can make it happen. I agree, Moses. One way or another, we'll get it done. Jay says 5 swings, 1 take.
Well, that'll get it done quick for sure if we did it that way.
Damn, Jay.
We need to get
first rodeo.
Mo, are you gonna take charge for this home run derby, man? We may need you for it, man. We may need you to take the reins and handle it for that hour and a half, 2 hours. Moses
didn't say amen to that, but I put it up there.
I think he did. That's what it seemed like. I mean,
it is Sunday, and Moses doesn't step down from any challenges. So, yeah. So Dan says, let's see Joe's golf skills. Ooh, you know what, Deanna? Make a note. Next show, let's have a little fun with some Throwback Thursday. I think that'll be good. And Moses says, for sure. You know he can handle it, man.
Yeah, I know he can handle it. Yep.
He'll take the hill. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's get to the flag football. Deanna, if you'll help me out with that, because I'm trying to see what the flag. Okay, there we go. Flag football. All right, so with flag football, what we're going to do is for first place right now, we have a trophy. We're going to have champion T-shirts. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you, Joe. Check this out. Sal De Leon with SC Designs. Check this design out. Again, same kind of concept when it comes to Dan Mcintyre's with Dynamac. This dude works with us. He is coming from, this is first year here, but he's been in flag football for a lot of years. So he's got custom shirts. He does half subs, custom gaiters, vinyl, screen print. He says he does it all, man. He can do anything you need. Those are the numbers down below. Now, this guy we're going to highlight next Thursday. So I don't want to get too much into it. But what I will tell you is he's within our circuit, and he has really stepped up. Joe, check this out. The dude, in a very short amount of time, has told me, you know what? I love flag football. Been in it for many years, put on tons of tournaments. He has this business, and he said, I want to be able to help you out. So this first year, he is not only providing the championship team, the runner-up team, but he also is providing for the We Tried Our Best bracket or Biotech's bracket or whatever we're going to call it, the drop-down bracket. He's also providing shirts for them. 3 categories of shirts, dude, that Sal De Leon with SC Designs is providing for this tournament. That's badass.
That's awesome.
It's the same way I felt when we put on the replacement for the World Series since COVID shut down the World Series in Vegas. The way that we had Dan and all these people step up, that's what I felt like with Sal. And so with Sal, I'll just say we're going to highlight him next Thursday. But man, shirts are provided by this SC Designs, and I'm excited to be able to highlight his work. So when he comes up with these designs, we're going to highlight them on the show. We're going to let you know how to get a hold of them. He prefers dry fit over the tri blend. He likes being able to highlight the dry fit shirts, and I know everybody loves dry fit. So he's gonna be highlighting his shirts. We're gonna have him on. We're gonna talk to him. It'll be for a short while. He's gonna be kind of in a work situation, but he's still gonna be able to come on and highlight them. So I think that's just badass, man. And then when it comes to the drop down bracket, when it comes to flag football, we're gonna have a little something else. You know, it's not a ton, but it is something because we want everybody to leave with something. So anyway, I think it's really neat that Sal stepped up like that with SC Designs.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
The anytime you can get someone to step up and help you out with with prizes, whether it's shirts, jerseys, anything to help out, it's awesome. It makes you feel a lot better, as far as as you're putting your tournament together and everything like that. as it's coming together, it just makes you feel, less stressed, I guess, when you get someone that steps up and helps you out like that.
And what I like is, and I'm hoping is that, we can give some business back to him. We got Dan Mcintyre, of course, with Dynamac. And then we have, Sal with SE Design. So I'm excited. I'm excited to be able to give back to these guys. So I'm going to see what I can do to help him out. And ultimately, I'm asking you guys to be able to, step up and help him also. So we'll highlight him next Thursday. So let's see here. We got Jay says prize package HD 50/50 winner SFK. I like that. Do you ever done that 50/50?
The 50, like a 50/50 drawing.
Yeah,
we've never done, not at my tournament. No, I've
Jay,
done
is
it.
that what you're talking about? The 50/50 drawing? That's what I want to find out.
Yeah, I can't.
HD 50/50 winner SFK. So we'll see what he says. But yeah, ultimately we'll see what Jay says. And hey, have you put that message out for the seniors team? Masters
Not
team?
yet. I have not.
No? Okay. Well, stay tuned, Jay.
Yeah, I'll be shooting you a text here shortly, Jay. I'm going to shoot everybody on the team a text, but I haven't had an opportunity. I just got back in town from Des Moines. We were up in Iowa playing ball, so I've kind of been out of town. But
shit. Damn it, Joe. That's what I wanted to do. Deanna, let's throw up a Dan McIntyre's team. Midwest Heat.
Yeah, Midwest Heat. So it was a small tournament up in Des Moines that we played. It was a few teams that were there were Midwest that were in the circuit. Were Midwest Heat, us, I-80 was up there, Des Moines PD, some Omaha guys. So it was a small tournament, but it was fun. We got some games in. My Missouri team went 3-3. Ultimately got knocked out by I-80, who faced Midwest Heat in the championship, and Midwest Heat came out on top. They were playing well. They were hitting the crap out of the ball, and their middle infield were making some unbelievable plays. I mean, I'm telling you, the shortstop and middleman, man, they were killing it. And I believe the final play of the game was a great defensive play by the first baseman, where he caught a line drive and tagged out the guy diving back to first base for a double play at the end of the game, the championship game. But yeah, Midwest Heat put together a good tournament, and they came out on top. It was a fun weekend. Great weather.
Very cool. I wouldn't mind going up there, man. I'd like to support them, man. That would be really cool. Be able to do that. Well, I'll tell you what. I know we didn't get to the bracket breakdown this show, but I think it actually worked out best. I think I'd like to save that for Thursday. So we'll do that for next Thursday. Yep. Jay gave us clarification. So Jay says 50% goes to the winner, 50% goes to Shields for Kids from money collected for the Home Run Derby. Not a bad idea.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
That's not bad, because I don't have to come up with anything, and then it ultimately comes down to how many people participated.
Yep.
I might throw a little something in there, but I mean, ultimately, that's a good idea, Jay. Hey, Joe, let me tell you something. Don't go golf with Jay Stewart. See, he does stuff like this. 50%. He comes up with these great ideas, and he knows damn well he's in the running. He saw my drive, and it's worse than yours. And he will come up with these ideas, and he's working on our pride. That's what he does. He takes advantage of our pride. So
I know Jay well enough to never golf with him, because he's going to take every dollar in my pocket
and not feel bad about it at all. Well, he might feel bad, but he'll still put that money in his pocket.
He'll buy me a beer. He'll buy me a beer, but it's going to be with my own money that he won.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, man. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, Joe. Appreciate you joining me for Sunday. Audrey, I'm going to bring you back on real quick. Thank you so much, Audrey, and sincerely appreciate your support with this.
You're very welcome. Looking forward to it.
Thanks, Audrey.
You're very welcome, Joe.
All right, we'll see you. Hey, Joe, thank you again, man. I appreciate you, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. This is, Jay says, I wouldn't do such a thing like that. Okay. I've experienced it. No, man. Hey, Joe, thank you very much, man. I appreciate you making the time to join me and for wearing that shirt. And hey, thinking about you guys, that Northeast, Thank you guys so much for supporting us and again serving your communities through these tough times with the weather. Joe, appreciate you, brother.
Thanks, man.
All right, man. Hey, this is Trini Trinidad signing off Sunday, August 22nd. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, man, don't forget I got your 6.